Doshiteru Yokuso YouTube, and welcome to another installment in my Avatar Conquest series for Shogun 2 Total War. Today I'm going to bring you a match against the 6 Samurai on the Chubu Pass, and the lesson of today's video is going to be buying your army. How do you spend the correct amount of Koku to pretty much bring out the best that you can to the battlefield. And this battle is going to showcase nicely sort of a rift in opinion of quality versus quantity. I wouldn't necessarily call it that even to that extent, but you're going to see here in a minute what I'm talking about. So the Chubu Pass, it's basically 4 hills at each corner of the map. I definitely don't know what the Creative Assembly was thinking, because this will definitely encourage corner camping, but yeah. Let's go ahead and pause this to just take a look at the armies real quick. Now you can see my army is quite numerous. I'm going with a heavily heavy contingent of samurai and lone sword Ashigaru, which are basically your sword units, staple sword units. I've got 4 units of my lone sword Ashigaru, and these guys, not great stats. You can see 7 morale, 9 attack, and 4 defense. This is meant to be my 1 meat shield, 2 first wave of attack to wear down the enemy forces before my more elite troops, who are these 3 units of Kaji no Seikon, my Katana Samurai, and you can see that these have 14 morale, 19 attack, and 9 defense. So they're definitely going to be able to do more damage once the main line helps to wear down my opponent. What you also need to always bring is a lot of spears. I find that Yari Ashigaru are excellent spear units. They're pretty much maybe the most staple unit in the game. Some people do use the Naginata attendants, but these guys do have better bonuses against cavalry. I've got 5 of them. You can see 3 stationed in the middle of my line and 2 stationed on each flank. I also have 1 Naginata warrior monk, and this is going to be used to activate that very keen ability, the Warcry, which allows my units to even, like after the first wave of Lone Sword Ashigaru wears down the opponent, Katana Samurai go in and start to actually begin the fight, and then the Warcry goes off and the battle's pretty much set, unless my opponent has extremely superior infantry, which we'll see in a minute that he does not. I also have 1 unit of Bow Cav on the left, and I brought these here for one purpose. I knew the map had a lot of hills and forests, and I wanted to have them spot. I do have increased spot on these guys, I believe. So let's go ahead and play now. And I also have 3 units of Yari cavalry hidden in these trees over here, and I'm just sneaking them up very carefully. Let's take a look at my opponent. You can see just from the minimap here that my line is much wider than my opponent's line. My opponent has a very small line here. He has 1 unit of these bow hero. He also has a katana hero, and then he has some Naginata warrior monk bow units. So bow warrior monks. He's got 1, 2 of those, and they're going to be, I think they have the extra range. No, they actually don't have range upgrades, still sitting at 175, which means that they are still going to be able to outshoot my bow cavalry, but I don't have any cavalry of any bows of my own, so it's pretty much going to be a rush game on my part. He then does have some more Nodachi samurais, and these are very strong in terms of their offensive capability. They can charge excellently with their Banzai ability, but they lack the defense that a normal Katana Samurai unit would have. Over here at the back, he's got his Avatar's Bodyguard, and this is a melee general. You can see from the Banzai ability. And then you have 1 unit of Katana Cavalry here. Now you can see that I've been spotting around with my Bow Cavalry, so I do catch or manage to see 3 units of these Yari Cav, and I'm going to try to run out of there, but these Yari Cav have more speed than my Bow Cav, because my Bow Cav don't have the speed upgrades, so they're going to probably get caught. I'm going to use this madness here to start lining up my troops. You can see that I'm forming some sort of a front with my Yari Ashigaru units, making sure that his units won't be able to chase my unit further. I did lose 10 men, but I also found out where their location is, and they're quite disjointed from the battle. Here comes the main cavalry charge. I'm going to take 3 units of my Yari Cav, the ones in the right here, and just completely devastate my opponent's front line here. He's got a bunch of bows, and they're all not going to light that charge, especially this very expensive bow hero unit. So I'm gonna hit the charge. I don't think even my opponent actually sees this right now. He's pulling his units apart, probably taking a look at my unit composition. He doesn't even see this coming. At the same time, I'm going to start moving my Katana Cavalry, which I don't think I showed you. Katana Cavalry are excellent frontal charge units. They do very well in prolonged melee fights. And here they come. They're going to charge across the plains. Yari Cavalry delivered a very potent charge, causing almost 50% casualties, if not more, to my opponent's units. And now here comes my Katana Cavalry, and they are going to be there for a while. What they're going to do is they're going to behave as the first wave of my attack. They're going to be wearing down my opponent's sword units, and you can see my opponent trying to salvage the situation, sending his disjointed cav in, but I'm going to bring my own cav, and you can see here in the background some of my spear Yari Ashigaru units to do this support. My opponent doesn't get a great charge off, and neither do I, but I don't want any craziness to be occurring here. I'm going to send my Yari Ashigaru to that fight, and you can see here in this infantry engagement with my cavalry, my Katana Cav are doing fairly decently here. You can see that they have gotten 84, 85, 86, 87, 89 kills. They are doing fantastic as a first wave, and you can see now, just in time, my second wave of Lone Sword Ashigaru is going to start advancing towards my opponent's little blob here. His cavalry is better than my cavalry. They do have more upgrades, but I do have spears thrown in the mix here, so his cavalry is definitely not going to be having a field day, especially due to the fact that they were also running around the map a lot. So here comes the second wave, which are my Lone Sword Ashigaru, and you can see that they're going to just tip the balance here. Opponent's units are starting to rout. He still has that Katana Samurai, that Katana hero, I believe, still alive there. So you can see that I'm going to charge in, and now my final wave, another devastating wave of Katana Samurai, and you can see now the Katana Samurai, the more elite units, are going to be coming into that fight as well. My opponent's cavalry on the left has been completely destroyed. I brought my Bocav closer here in the trees. They are taking shots into my opponent, and now you can see that my opponent has pretty much lost this battle. So what can you take away from this battle? You can take away that bringing an army like this, which is a very high tier army, you can see my opponent brought a lot of expensive units, but when you look at the numbers, I am completely overwhelming him here. I've got 5 units of spears and 4 units of throwaway Ashigaru or peasant units. So I was able to pretty much use 3 units of Katana Samurai, which are really what was expensive in my army, alongside my 3 units of Yari Cav, and then just bolster that with a bunch of cheap units that acted as meat shield and helped wear my opponent's hero units down. That paired along with the nice little sneak maneuver here, countering my opponent's sneak maneuver. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this battle. This was a Game Reducer. Remember to comment, thumbs up, and subscribe. And as always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.